This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
It's Wednesday, October 14th, and you should take the day off. Whoa, I thought you were going to throw it. What? It's a Mountie Liberty Bell situation. Wow.
Everyone line up. Everyone line up.
Wow. What were you going for there?
Like the guy who was at the top of the boat.
At the top of the boat?
Yeah, let everyone know he's coming to the shore.
To line up.
To line up.
Who is supposed to line up?
Everyone on shore, Dan.
To get on the boat.
To learn about the boat.
To learn about the boat.
Yes.
So there's a guy on the top of the boat in a Mountie's hat. Yeah. Hat is not coming off his head from the wind. No. He gets to the harbor, rings the bell, and says, everybody line up.
Everyone line up. It's an educational boat.
Hump day. Let's take the day off, everybody.
Boy, it has all the feelings of a hump day, does it not, everyone? Does it not? But I've got good news. It is a holiday that is for sure going to be easy to take off. Yeah. Before we do, Dan, last night we were eating together, eating pork chops.
Yeah,
and you
it was Pork Chop Tuesday.
It was Pork Chop Tuesday, and you could not shut up about Bramble Jam Plus.
Oh my gosh! You talk about ring the bell and line up. I mean, people are just that. When you join Bramble Jam Plus, we ring a bell here in the studio. Whenever we get a new one, we come in, we ring the bell, we do the whole bit. It's crazy, and people are lining around the block.
Ophelia or Miley.
Ophelia O'Malley, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And they're lining down the block to watch what we got. BrambleJamPlus.com.
And I'll say this, your pork chops have gotten better since you joined.
Pork Chop Tuesday.
They've gotten better. You've added a little stank to them.
A little stank on them. That's
and I don't know what it is, but
the air fryer.
It's the air fryer. Oh, yes, please. Thank God. Hi, everyone. It's Wednesday. You might be wondering, hey, boy, so what you got for me today? And I've got, how can I take the day off today? And I've got good news for you, Lenny. Be bald and be free day.
Be bald and be free?
Be bald and be free.
Are there a bunch of bald people locked up somewhere?
I think
this is a day where we honor all the bald prisoners around the world.
Here is what this day is about, I believe. Here's how I would interpret it. And you can tell me because I think you know more than anybody else. But it's about if you are someone who has ever wanted to shave. You're not sure.
To chafe?
To shave.
Okay, got it.
No one needs help there. If you've ever been someone who wants to just go straight bald and you've been reluctant, you don't know, today is the day to go for it, to be bald, to be free of the worry that you have. What will the world think? What will my friend, what will my kids think about me if I walk outside and I'm straight up bald?
So, to be fair, it's not a good look for everyone. And so there is some risk in that, but that is why you need the day.
That's exactly right.
To consider the cost.
Yes.
And then do it anyway. That's what you need to do. Be bald.
Clarissa Frank.
Clarissa Frank, thanks so much.
The other day, I was at a farmer's market, if you can believe it. It was
really?
I know.
Wow.
I was buying some goodies, and I saw this guy.
Not my goodies.
No, of course not. I saw him from the front, straight bald. I was like, "Oh, cool, see you, my friend." He walked by me, and I saw him again from behind, and in the back, he had hair. But the hair was shaved around letters, and his hair spelled out, Dan knows about Be Bald, Be Free Day.
All of that was in the back of his head.
Yes.
Very small letters.
Baby letters.
Man, that's a heck of a
I had to go up there. I had to be like, oh, what are you doing? What are you saying? And he didn't have a single problem with it.
Yeah. Well, I do know. I think most of us know because it's a pretty famous song, Be Bald, Be Free. If I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, most people know the song was written by Donny Osmond. However, Elvis Presley wrote the original version of Be Bald, Be Free. And he wrote it because he, in fact, was bald. Elvis wore a giant wig. Most people do not know that about Elvis Presley. But he wrote this song called Be Bald, Be Free. And the problem was the record label hated it. It was really bad. And so he sold it to Donny Osmond. Donny and Marie performed the song. And it became a hymn that they sing in the Mormon church.
Okay.
Be bald, be free. There's something in there about the golden plates and being free of something or another. It got weird after a while, but that was not Elvis's initially his intention. Be Bald, Be Free was a song that he really loved, and after selling it, he regretted selling it, and so he started Be Bald, Be Free Day, and before he could actually come out as bald, someone murdered him because they didn't want the bald people to be free.
This is really taking a
fascinating.
turn.
Yeah. So while Elvis is dead, his legacy of being bald and being free lives on to this day. That is the history of Be Bald, Be Free Day.
I love that. I love that.
Hey, awesome.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful story. I would say this. That's as good a reason as anybody.
Yeah, of course it is.
From what I gather, this day was founded by Thomas and Ruth Roy from Wellcat.com.
No.
Our good friends over at Wellcat, who apparently have created all the days.
Wellcat?
Wellcat.com. But I
Sounds
think
like a whole DuckDuckGo situation.
it certainly does. It certainly does. Be Bald and Be Free Day. It happens every October 14th. It is to celebrate, Dan, the naked crown. What?
I've never heard it called
The naked crown.
It's weird.
The naked crown. Sometimes it's referred to just straight up bald and free day. You can call it either one that you want to. And I think, again, it comes down to whether or not you are going to have the gumption to finally freaking go for it, man.
Come on.
And be bald.
Freaking go for it.
So you might be wondering, I'm going to take my hat off for this one.
You have told me that you're going to go for it.
I'm thinking about it. It might be this week. It might be next week. It might be another week.
Be bald, be free. It's 5 a.m.
I got a couple things to do today. We'll see. We'll see though. I can't take the day. We'll see though. I'm not sure if I'm ready for my naked crown. But you might be wondering out there, Dan.
Our heads are both collectively way too big for bald. I would love to shave my head. And
Dan, the females out there might be wondering, what do I do today? Do you have any advice for the females about how to celebrate the Be Bald, Be Free Day?
One, you could be bold and be bald and free.
Okay.
By shaving your own head. If you don't want to go that route, I suggest finding your favorite bald actors and watching a marathon of bald actor movies. Maybe a Bruce Willis, maybe a Rock, maybe a Vin Diesel. Who knows? But you watch a day's worth of those actors, and that's how you celebrate Be Bald, Be Free. There's actually a movie called Live Free or Die Hard. I feel like you start there, and you could be bald and be free. What is this?
Wise men.
I thought I had. I'm sorry. I got the wrong track.
I don't think we need to play it.
That was my fault. I had the wrong track.
You had the wrong track.
I had the wrong track.
Tracy sent you the wrong track. That's not on you.
It said it was the right one. Donny Osmond did it again.
Only fools rush in.
That's exactly right. That's Donnie, though, for you. Hey, we're going to...
That's Donny Osmond for you.
He's a squirrely fellow who sends Tracy tracks.
That's right.
Who is your favorite bald person of all time? We're going to get into that in just a second. But first, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the pod.
Oh boy, big day, big time. Be bald, be free.
Oh, Be Bald, Be Free.
I can already hear it. I can already hear it in your thoughts.
I can hear it.
This is just, your podcast has just become, it's just frivolous. We have to go to work today. We have to do things today. We can't take Be Bald and Be Free Day. Listen to me, Carol.
Cindy McGillicuddy.
Cindy McGillicuddy, thank you so much.
Sorry. You're talking
about
to
time, Cindy.
You were talking to Cindy?
Yeah. Carol.
Listen,
Be Bald, Be Free Day is important, and it's important that you celebrate it by taking the day off. Don't go to work. You have to celebrate bald people or become one, either or. Be free to be you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. But you're right. It is frivolous. But we are
We're a
who we are.
frivolous bunch.
We're a frivolous bunch.
If you listen to this podcast, We know that you're serious business boys. and
Yeah,
girls.
yeah. Only serious people listen to three guys talk about Hallmark movies.
That's right.
Um,
No, that's a frivolous podcast.
that is frivolous.
This one
This is serious
necessary.
business.
That's right.
This is serious business, Carol.
Come on, Carol.
Boy, Dan, do you have a favorite bald person?
I mean, that's tough. I mean, my grandfather was bald, and he was pretty great. You know, in the battle of Rock versus Vin Diesel, The Rock is clearly superior. Vin Diesel looks like a turtle without his shell. I don't like. Yeah, I would say probably those would be my calls on that. I don't really have another one that I'm just like, you know. And I will say this: there's going to be a lot of answers for Panda here, and yes, that would be my favorite personal alive bald person. But Panda, I don't think I've ever heard him call himself bald. He still gets haircuts. He's still getting that trim around the dome. I don't think he has said. I've never heard him say that he's. And I'm not trying to.
You're exactly right, because I would say that more often than not he's not bald.
That's right. He had now. One time we did a Breaking Bad party and we dressed up as the characters, and I did actually personally Bic shave his head.
He was
as to
Walter
be
White,
Walter
clearly.
White, and we did a goatee the whole bit.
If one of us was,
It was going to be him. Duh.
course.
But having said that, I don't like if we're counting him, then it's him. If we're not, then it's kind of more up in the air.
Tinder Daddy says shout out to my boy Jonathan Parker, and I will also shout out to Jonathan
on
Parker, the
network.
host
He
of
is
our
bald.
dad. Yes,
That guy's bald.
that's
Yes.
exactly right. He's the host of Our Dad's Diary. You can listen to that right now. I've been on it. You've been on it, Dan.
Yeah.
Panda's been on it.
Yeah.
Even at this point.
Wow.
Patrick Stewart's getting a lot of shout outs.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart's great.
Are you a big Patty Stew fan?
Love Patrick Stewart. Love the Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Great in
Ooh, how about this one? Someone said either Charlie Brown or LL Cool J.
Ooh, that's a
so
tough one. Very
that's
mixed.
that's how I always say the amount of arguments that I've gotten in with friends, loved ones, acquaintances about who you got.
I
Charlie Brown.
use it as the Charlie Cool J spectrum.
Yeah.
So that's the spectrum
Yep.
in which we judge all bald people.
Yep.
by.
Go
Michael
ahead.
Jordan, Tracy
Oh,
says
yeah.
Michael Jordan, that's a good one. Some love from several people, including Stacy, for J.K. Simmons, which I love. J.K. Simmons might be my new favorite, especially from an acting standpoint. He's great. He's great in Whiplash. He's great in Juno. Great in a lot of movies. J.K. Simmons.
Shout out to Julie's grandpa, who was apparently the absolute best. Shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you. Thank you for being bald and free.
Aaron Shea says, my dad or The Rock. Come on, Aaron.
Aaron, I was under the impression your dad was The Rock. I was under that.
What?
I had always heard. A couple people throw Howie Mandel. You know what? Howie Mandel always strikes me as someone who I would not enjoy being around.
No, thank
Can I
you.
say that?
Yeah,
Can I say
you
that,
can say
Howie?
it.
Howie, you listen? Count it.
Shannon says Alton Brown. I did not know he was bald. I thought Alton. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know who Alton Brown is.
I thought he had hair. I thought Alton Brown had hair for sure.
He's balding.
I don't know about that.
He's like definitely, especially in more recent years. But I would put him kind of close to Panda at this point. Like maybe,
I got you.
Yeah, kind of in that same.
Shelby
boat.
says Mark Strong and Stanley Tucci, both great options.
Shout out to Jen's dad. Lots of dads out there, and I think we can appreciate that. Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner, you know who that is?
No, from
Come
The
on.
King and I, apparently.
Yeah, he's from The King and I. He was in the original Magnificent Seven. He was a big time actor back in the day.
And I would also like to give a shout out to Emily's high school German teacher. He was the most supportive teacher she ever had, brought so much fun and laughter to the classroom. I wish I could go back there and be a better student in his class. And I was already one of his favorites. So shout out to you, German teacher at Emily's school.
German teacher.
Shout out to you. You know what, man? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna bald it up, boy.
You're doing it?
I think I'm gonna bald it up.
Let's put it on the vlog.
Put it on the vlog. We'll
love it.
bald. I don't know. Well, I'll, one day I might just walk in here and I'll be. You know what? And last but not least, this is a shout out to Debbie's 30-year-old niece who just finished chemo.
Yes,
I love that one.
absolutely.
I love
Debbie's
that
niece.
one. Shout out to you.
Shout out for sure.
You're the best. Keep going.
I love it.
We did it, everybody.
We're bald, we're free. We're taking the day off.
That's exactly right. We sure are, Dan. We sure are. Hey, I got a question for you guys tomorrow. I'm excited to hear your answer about this one because you are lovingly known as Grumpy Dan.
I am.
Around here and
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
internets. Tomorrow's question for you guys to ponder, to stew on, and to send in if you are a Bramble Jam Plus member is this. What is something that makes you irrationally grumpy?
Irrational.
Something that makes you irrationally grumpy.
Yeah, there's a few things out there.
We're going to get to that
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's a good one.
But first, we're going to leave you with the Palaha Coup. Then we're going to take about 23 and a half hours off, and we'll be back tomorrow. This time, what?
Tomorrow.
Was
no,
that-
no, I was just
was-
watching you try to get through that.
I was 20.
5 a.m.
See you tomorrow,
Take the day
everybody.
off.
Another week done. A little further around the sun. Now, go have some fun. Have a great weekend, everyone.
I think that one was meant for a Friday. I think it was meant for a Friday.
It was meant for a Friday, but it's a Wednesday.
And you're taking the day off.
Every day's a Friday if you're taking the day off.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Hey, who produces it?
Rain and Gray produces
Who hosts it?
Dan and Bran.
Who loves it?
Everybody.
How do they love it more?
Go to BrambleJamPlus.com and join, or BrambleJamPodcast.com/day off.
You did it.